Hello everyone, my name is Hayden Danielson and I'm the Senior Onboarding Coach here at Tovuti. In this walkthrough, we'll be taking a look at how to create some admin roles and permissions. Your administrative team may be comprised of a handful of individuals coming from all walks of life. Some of your admins might be solely focused on the design of your platform, while others are focused on building out the content and learning materials. While site administrators have access to everything under the administrator options, it may be helpful to create a few layers of administrators with different accesses. This can do a couple of things for you. It can hone in your administrator's focus. Instead of seeing all of the options under the sun, they are now focused on their particular area of expertise. It can also prevent your administrators from accessing areas they shouldn't have access to. Different roles within your organization may only need to see certain tabs under the administrator options. Admin roles and permissions give your fellow admins the access they need while restricting access to areas they don't need to see. Let's start with the basics. The first decision to make is figuring out what to name this level of access. In this example, I'm going to call this our content creators access. The assigned to by role field allows you to decide if these permissions are being granted to an individual or two, utilizing the user ID option, or to an entire user group or two, utilizing the user group toggle. For example, you may have a marketing or content creation team. If this group is going to be solely comprised of administrators matching a certain role, we can create a blanket set of permissions for all of them. Anybody added to this content creators user group will then immediately inherit these permissions, now that we've tied these together. Once you've decided what this role is going to be known as, you can then get into the specific permissions granted to these individuals or user groups. The left-hand toggles directly reflect the tabs on the left-hand side of the administrator options, going from the People tab all the way down to the Configuration tab. You can see those reflected right here. You can also decide whether someone will have access to all of the features within each tab or just some of the features. By clicking on Full Access, it gives users access to that entire web of features. You can also go down one by one and decide if they need access to those particular toggles. On the right-hand side, we have editing permissions. This allows folks within these permissions to edit users and accounts on your platform. Again, you can select or deselect all of these permissions or use a mixture of activated and deactivated options. Admin roles and permissions play a significant role in how much freedom you want to give your fellow administrators. It's best to review your team, select a few individuals that will be site administrators overseeing everything, and then limit what all other administrators have access to based on their roles and understanding of the platform. Remember, permissions can always be modified. If certain features need to be restricted or granted to particular admins, these permissions can always be molded differently. Thank you all so much for taking the time to understand admin roles and permissions. We hope that this information is helpful as you continue to build out your one-of-a-kind platform.